Used To is
straight banger.
Oh yeah, then Feke.
I would have thought he giving me brain.
Only Feke.
Ooh, you get it.
That's why I had to put him on Used To. I had to get a feature with my guy, Sacred&Savage guy. I finally got back into my life, finally got back into my power, was feeling myself. And I'm like, yo, I used to think of y'all. I used to, cry about that. I used to hold on about that. I used to think of you, but now I don't. Now doors are opening, opportunities are opening. My life has changed drastically since me and Bob's got connected. Chef Bob's, Bobby sauce. Look at the drip.
Oh, it's a video.
Welcome to the session. After the session, it's Dave Foster, the one and only, yours truly. Got my dog here, Babi Music. Okay, we back at it again.
We're here in Where You At, the new place of Where You At studio. As you can see, it's looking pretty nice. I'm the head engineer, head manager, and we got here Dave, the creative director, and we got Feke,
Hottest in the game,
yeah, man, he got the hook game.
The hood game, stupid. Freestyle game, stupid. I've never seen a pen in his hand. Okay. So one thing about Feke, real quick, I'm gonna throw that back to you, Bobs. I met you probably a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And when Bobs told me that, yo, you freestyle everything, and I'm listening back to all your shit, and I'm like, this nigga came up off the dome. So then when I started watching it in person, your process, like, why do you choose to freestyle, and how is that different from from writing?
I think it's just my mind. I don't really like to remember flows because it don't feel organic.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I'm freestyling, it's like this organic feel, like it's all in one. Like,
So
but when I write, it'd be dry when I get in the studio. Like it'd be like, oh, I'm reading some shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm just thinking like, and it's all spiritual and shit, it'd be like, oh, this is one vibe. Like that's what I be trying to do, create a vibe, and it just be one vibe.
Yeah, the first time I worked with Feke was like a year ago?
Yeah, I think it was What I Know.
It was a year ago. What I Know, yeah, you're right. He came, he recorded that song somewhere else. Then he came the next day to record the same song because he felt like it wasn't there. And we got it right there, and he was like, yeah, this is the one, right? Like, okay, now I got it. And from there, we've been locked in, like, every time. Like, it's been a year just making songs and songs. And he got definitely like a nice flow. He got a nice workflow and a lot of freestyle. And I know that it's because that you don't want to limit your creativity. Mm-hmm. You don't want to stop. Okay, let me write down. No, he just want to keep going. And I really like the way you run the sessions. You don't pretty confident, and like you don't know what you're gonna say, but you know what you're gonna do. Okay, I came here to make a hit. I came here to make the best song ever. He never, how do you say it, settled down? No.
So you're saying as an engineer, you like working with artists that has an agenda, has an intention when they come into the studio. Like they know exactly how to move, so that way you know how to move with them?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, mostly the intention. Like, okay, this song is for this song is for that. It's not like he knows what he's gonna say. Sometimes he got an idea, right? Because you call me when hey, Babi, I got an idea. I want to record it right now because I want to lose it, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes like crazy, like he just want to talk about Christopher Columbus, something crazy, but we make a song out of Christopher Columbus, something like that. But he got an intention, like, okay, this is for this is for that. Even when he's freestyling, he already got everything going on in his mind. And my job is to capture whatever he got in his mind and put it right there and put it into sound and make it a package, make it sound like ready for the people, right?
And I know that from working with you, Babi, that's one thing that you love is somebody's work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a certain type of discipline when you are creating or you are working in your God space. So the fact that Feke is so disciplined, like, look, I got an idea, I got to do it now. Because remember, the universe always favors the bold. They favor the discipline, you know what I'm saying? So every time his intuition, every time his mental, every time his spirit, every time the muse, whatever you call it, calls him, he goes. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably why you create some of the, like, the hottest shit. And I'm not saying hot shit because, oh my God, there's some hot shit, or I'm gassing you up, but you truly are talented. Like, everything is always... Anytime I hear your song, I leave the studio singing it in my head. Every time. That's why I had to put him on Used To. I had to get a feature with my guy, TV67 God. Used To is...
straight banger.
No, Used To is cool. Because, you know, listen, ain't no greatest teacher than experience. And one of the hardest things to experience is a fucking heartbreak. You tell me? I mean, you hear me? So whether you losing a loved one, which I lost my brother, at 45 to a heart attack, and then losing, you know, all my best friends and relationships. So I was like, yo, I was going through my shit, but I finally got back into my life, finally got back into my power, was feeling myself. And I'm like, yo, I used to think of y'all. I used to, you know, cry about that. I used to hold on about that. I used to think of you, but now I don't. Now doors are opening, opportunities are opening. It's hard to go back and stay in that low vibrational space. So yeah, that's where Used To came from. Is used to hold on to that old shit. Now I'm on the new shit. So when Feke came in, I'm like, oh yeah, then Feke. And you hear my thought process as I'm thinking of him.
Oh yeah, I remember we doing that song, and she just jumped on one of my beats, one of my producers' beats. I think it was GKA.
Yeah, GKA.
Shout out.
5.
And at the end of of her verse of the hook, she just, and then Feke, and like, that's it.
And Babi don't delete shit. Don't burp, don't fart. She gonna turn it into something. She gonna personalize that
don't
shit.
Burp, don't fart.
Don't do none of that shit.
The track.
You know what?
Hear it. You can
she
hear
come
her.
up with she used it the craziest way, like the way that Bobby's mind works, her sauce. Like anytime you hear her mixing and her shit coming in like that's the Babi sauce. And she Chef Bob's when she cooking. That's for dinner.
That day. When she said that day, we called Feke like, hey, we got something for you. And I think we did it like the next day or something like that.
Next day came
the next day and did his thing, especially with the last punchline.
Yeah, what's that last punchline?
I would have thought he giving me brain.
Only Feke.
What a way to go, right?
What'd you think about the track in your verse?
My thought for Used To was like it's definitely some shorties I think about. But I'm really just in such a turnt stage right now. Like, I'm popping bottles, Henny, Patron, Douce. Like, I'm in the mood. I'm really making moves. Like, I'm really chasing this bread. Like, I ain't worried about nobody. And I'm like...
Just having fun.
Yeah, time don't stop.
I probably would have thought he giving me brain. Like, it might just be that. But I'm staying turnt no matter what right now. Like, I calm down maybe later on. Like, maybe like 2, 3, I calm down. Right now, it's in full effect.
I mean... We don't know.
Yeah, because you can't, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you have a mission and you have a path. You cannot stop. Like, time's not going to wait for you. You know what I'm saying? So you can boo-hoo or you can barbecue. That's up to you. So, Feke, I just want to personally thank you for coming through.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Blessing the track, Used To. And that is, Used To is produced like by GKA. That's Babi. You know, bringing the cultures together. Babi. Thank you for the sauce, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she's from Venezuela, Caracas, Venezuela.
Holding it down.
Connecting with Indiana and Liberia. That's the whole idea.
We all over the world. We international. Okay, so yeah. Thank you for the session. After the session, man, you got more coming. More sessions coming up. Feke 67 God on my track, Used To. You'll be hearing that soon. And your boy fucking convinced me to go to New York. You got me going to New York.
We had to. Puzzle the brand app release. Yes. I had to hit up Dave, Babi. They had to pull up NYC. You know, you're gonna see Day. You're gonna see Day on stage. Feel me? You're gonna see the 6'7" God on stage. We dropping the app.
Session after the session.
Your friend, yes, I want your friend.